Welcome back to Sunbums Adventures. This week's episode, we're leaving Gamble Rogers Park and we're going to Santos, which is near Orlando. You guys, if you watched our videos before, we've been there. That's the campground that has all the biking trails and hiking trails. So we're going to head there this week. Before we head back to Tennessee, we also winterized the camper. I'll show you how I did it, but if you want the professional way how to do it, Brinkley has a YouTube how-to video on a lot of their things. So I watched that several times on how to winterize the camper properly. Hopefully I did it right, because here in Tennessee it's been 9 degrees a couple of nights. So hopefully nothing freezes over. Hopefully I winterized it great, and we'll let you know if we get any leaks when we get back on the road here shortly.
Let's not waste time, we'll take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two. The leaves ain't waiting.
Ready?
For what?
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Santos Trailhead in Ocala. We're doing it. It's supposed to be a little warmer there.
Today's pretty nice though.
It is going to be upper 70s here, but we're going to go to,
I think it is like January, it's Saturday.
22nd?
24th.
Oh, close.
January 24th. So we're going to Santos for a week.
You guys remember, it's all where all the bike trails are at.
And then we're really going to struggle. Where are we going after Santos?
Going back to Tennessee where it's really cold. You're off my grill here.
And snowing today. You do it to me all
Snowing, sleeting, you name it, raining. They got it all today. Except
Alright.
for the sunshine. They don't got that. But
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys at Santos. Let's get out of here.
oh,
This was a really nice spot. I think Eric won't let me give it a 5. But for Florida, I'm going to sneak and give Silver Springs, Gamble Rogers, and Grayton a 5. Don't tell Eric. He doesn't really agree with me. Well, Eric gets the lovely job of dumping the tanks. I'm gonna go get the navigation going and the tire monitoring system turned on and updated to be sure everything's good. We have arrived.
25 minutes early. No.
Whoops. We do have lovely temperatures today.
78. Ooh, it boosted up the
Oh, it did. So we're gonna get in, check in for
Your destination is on the left.
one night at one site, and then we have the rest of the week at another site. So
Well, we're at the Santos Campground again, and I'm not going to do a review of it because I've done it 2 other times. So anyways, we're in spot 18, which I think this spot is probably the most remote. There's nobody on this side of you, campsite, and nobody behind you. And the next camper is kind of across the road a little bit. So everything else is still the same. You still hear some road noise. T-Mobile's really good. Restrooms are fairly clean. And they still have some trails here. So just as a reminder, let's go hit some trails. Remember when I said Florida State Parks have a contest who would make the names the longest? How about this one? It's not just Santos Campground, it's Majori Harris Carr Cross Florida Greenway Santos Campground. There we go. Just to prove it, that may be the winner. Well, there you have it. The quick review of the campground at Santos Campground and the trails that they have nearby. I'll put the original episode that I did a better review of the trails somewhere right about here if you want to go back and watch that episode, in case you're interested in bringing your bikes here and want to know more about the trails. That's all I got for now. Last warm day, it'll be about 68, 70 degrees today. Yeah, 70 something, low 70s. And then the rest of this week, it's gonna be 50s, maybe 60. So get out and enjoy it while we can. And we'll be in Tennessee in about a week.
Why have you made such a mess in the camper? I'm blaming it on you.
It's not just because it's going to be 30 degrees here tonight. We're in Ocala, Florida. It's because it's supposed to snow possibly Friday and possibly Saturday up in Tennessee. And we're going home Sunday, but it's supposed to remain cold. And you get in the back roads of Tennessee and they don't thaw out too good and they remain icy and stuff like that. So we're going to leave tomorrow, which is Thursday, and drive all day. Should take about, well, according to Google, 9 hours, but with a camper should be maybe a little over 10 hours. So we're doing it so we don't have bad roads and we go back to Tennessee.
And that means anything in the camper that could potentially freeze is being moved to the truck. So when we get to Tennessee, it can be moved in the house. This is not fun.
Not fun. Why? I mean, it's still like 20 degrees colder than what it should be up there.
I don't like cold, but here we go. Let's get it done.
Another thing we have to do before heading up to freezing Tennessee is winterize our camper. So I'm going to go ahead and open up all the lines, turn off the pump, open up our low point drains, which are, I don't know, where are they? Right there. I'll drain our main water tank. I will try to use this little compressor to blow out the lines. And then we'll take the RV antifreeze, hook it up, pump it through with this hose right here, hooked up there. This other end goes into the antifreeze stuff, and voila, there you go. So at some point you turn these sideways, and I can't remember when you do that. Do I do it right now? I think you do it right now before to let all the lanes dry, drain out. So I'm gonna go ahead and, this is all 45 degrees. There we go. And let's go ahead and open everything up and drain the lines. Oh, also disconnect this right here and blow out this line as well. Okay, so the little Ryobi wasn't strong enough to blow out the lines. Wasn't strong enough to blow out the 65-foot line hose here, and wasn't strong enough to blow out the black tank wash. Now, so I did get my other big pump out. That's well, it's just for high pressure pump, but it doesn't really have a tank in it. This deal right here, let's see. So it'll hold a little bit of pressure, but just a little bit. Okay, here we go. This is what I got. It does 165 psi or something like that. So hopefully I didn't blow any lines out, because I originally had it on dry camping and I hooked that pressure line up here. Even though it may have 165 psi, just a little small little burst, I guess, until you like hook it up on a tire. So hopefully I didn't blow any lines out in the back here, because I was wanting to do, I guess, power fill to blow out some lines anyway, so that way it doesn't go through the internal pump here. So we'll see after we de-winterize it when we come back down here in March if we have any leaks back here or not. So hopefully I didn't mess anything up. I know that probably didn't make any sense, and because I just had this setting wrong. And so anyways, if it didn't make sense, well, I'll still let you know if it leaks or not. Draining is leaving a big mess, but it's draining. So let's open up some lines, get some water out. Get my hose cleaned out. That little air compressor is not pushing enough air to do the 65 foot of hose. Also want to mention, Brinkley has a couple videos on how to winterize your camper, so don't do it just I do. Go watch their video. I think that got it. See, I got it run all the way down there, so it should be blowing out the end down there. I got it pulled out about 65 feet. And now the hot water, tankless hot water heater is drained with water. I can go ahead and put the little drain plug and little filter plug back in. Okay, got it hooked up, got it on winterize, tube going into here. Sarah's draining the pumps, pumping this in to get pink inside, and that will antifreeze or anti-ice. Yeah, I guess they call it antifreeze, RV antifreeze, everything inside. And then we got to turn on the Splendy washing machine so it gets this stuff in there as well. 30, and what? It's still a little dark out.
It's cold out.
It's cold. It's, we put one of our temperature things inside the truck, and it's 41 in the truck right now. It was like 32.7. So we put a lot of stuff in a truck already, but it shouldn't have froze because it was 32.7.
What did you start the truck?
And I started the truck right now.
Oh, I didn't know you started it.
Yeah, so it's warming up. So
like,
anyway,
how did they get to 40?
We're packing up some stuff, getting some breakfast going, and get the truck packed. Want to be out of here by 7. We got 10 minutes. Ain't gonna happen. See, all right. See you guys on the road. Well, we made it back, and I have 11 hours and 24 minutes on here, but the truck ran for about 45 minutes before we actually left the campground. So that means 10 hours and 45 minutes to get here, 608 miles by the time we get there. Not too bad. Two stops. And we're gonna have to keep this short because we both gotta pee.
Exactly. And we need to unload the truck quickly because it is now, oh, it warmed up just a little bit. It's 34 degrees.
Been back in Tennessee for less than 2 days. Starting to wonder if we made the right decision coming back to Tennessee February. It's 10 degrees out this morning and a little bit of light snow on the ground, but at least it's not more than, I don't know, an inch. There were a couple days ago they were forecasting, I don't know, 3 inches or so. So anyways, it's cold out. There's our camper. And well, good thing about this weather is every once in a while we'll find these little tiny ants. I'd say every 1 month or so they would come out and, you know, find something, and I don't know, we'd spray, then we wouldn't see them for a month or two, then we'd see little tiny ants again. So at 10 degrees, I'm pretty sure this would kill them.